double click on the AUP file. Also, if you have two versions of Audacity run at the same time, it will not let you open two at once. You have to close one or open within the Audacity program, as I showed you before. Let's close that out since we already saved it. Alright, let's open it again. Alright, and there it goes. Whatever you've done, it was saved it like it was just when you left, so you can pick back up and start working again. Let's go back to the file menu. We go down. You can see your recent files that you've been working with, in case maybe you were working with a file last time and you can't remember where you put it. Maybe it might be in the recent files. It's very useful. I use it a lot. And we go to export as WAV. Well, if you click this without anything being selected over here, we can just click File and we can hit Export as WAV. Now, since we have nothing selected, every single track on there will be exported into one single audio track, and we're doing it in a WAV format right now. So everything that you have, make sure it's in order and where it starts and stops, because it will make one complete audio track, and some things might be out of place and stuff if you haven't placed them in the right places when you're sitting there, depending on what you're doing, whether you're doing podcasts or remixes or whatever. We're going to click Save to the desktop. Alright, and it has saved it. Get Audacity down for a minute. And if you look down here, let me put it on the screen. We have Project 1 WAV file. You can double click that, and Windows Media Player will play it. Okay. So we have made our project and saved it right there. Always keep your two project and your data files that go to it together. The project AUP cannot open up without its data backup files to know where all the files are at. So if you do not have your project underscore or whatever it is data folder, it won't open up, or some of the files might be missing it. You might only get pieces of the song that work right. So remember, keep these two together. It's best to create another folder and maybe put them in there together. Say that song or whatever I was creating was called Project 1, and we want to save it like that. Let's put those in there. You can even put the song that we just made, the WAV format song that we made, in there with it too. Keep all your projects together in one file that way you don't lose any pieces. Let's go back to Audacity. Go up here. You also have the selection to export as MP3. Now, you can click where you want it to save it, but I want you to watch. We were going to save it to desktop as a Project 1 MP3 file. Let's click Save. If you notice this popping up on you, that means you don't have the ability to create an MP3 right now. There was another tutorial I want y'all to watch. Is on installing the LAME library so that Audacity can export into MP3 format. It comes with the ability to do it in WAV format, it just can't do MP3s. Alright, so for now we can't do that until we install that. We can't export MP3s. We can't create MP3 files without this library, is what it's called, being installed. It's just a piece of software that tells Audacity how to write in an MP3 format. So for right now, we're going to have to say no. It's just asking where we want it to be located at. It's acting as if we have it on our machine already installed into the folder, and it will ask you where the LAME encoder is what they call it. Since we don't have it on our computer, we cannot tell it where to look, so we will say no for now. We cannot create MP3. Also, another type of audio format is your OGG Vorbis. Alright, if we click Export as Vorbis, you see it will have a .ogg extension on it. We're going to say there's project1.ogg. We'll save it to the desktop. And there we are. We have our project 1 OGG file sitting right there. Let's go back Go back to the file menu. Down here you also see what's not letting me do it right here. It says export a selection. You can do a selection or the entire song for WAV, MP3, and OGG. Now if I click back over here, you'll see if I have something highlighted, then click File, it will let me export just what I have highlighted out as just a selection of a WAV, MP3, or a OGG, whichever one you want to do. If you only want a portion of your song trimmed out for a real quick MP3, WAV, or OGG file. Also, if we have another track open, let's open multiple tracks. If you go in here, you also see you have page setup and print. That's to print in case you need to print what you're looking at the time to remember something or write down important things about it. Then also you see down here we have our exit to get out of the program. Yes, if you want to save changes, if you have anything open, we'll say no. And that's it. Thank you for checking out this tutorial today. Please be sure to check out audacitysupport.com for more tutorials, tips, and tricks on anything you need to use Audacity for. Thank you, and you'll have a great day.